Southside explosion plea. One of 3 suspects in the deadly blast set to plead guilty. Quite a game changer in the case, with the first trial set to begin this summer.
Just over 2 years ago, a house exploded in the Richmond Hill subdivision. It killed 2 people and destroyed at least 20 homes while damaging hundreds more. The official announcement won't come until Tuesday, but Eyewitness News has confirmed that a plea deal has been reached.
In fact, it involves Monserrate Shirley, the woman who's charged with deliberately rigging her house to explode in an alleged insurance scheme. Her boyfriend and his brother are also charged in the blast that leveled her home.
We have complete team coverage tonight of these developments, beginning with Eyewitness News reporter Rich Van Wyk with what the plea means for Shirley and the other defendants in the case. Rich?
John, the scene of the explosion, Monserrate Shirley's home, is fenced off. It is an ugly reminder every day of what occurred here. Monserrate Shirley has a change of plea hearing set for Tuesday in court. Last night, prosecutors met with residents of the Richmond Hill neighborhood. I spoke with several of them. 2 of them confirmed for me that during that meeting, the prosecutor described a possible plea agreement with Monserrate Shirley. Didn't provide any details, but asked the residents to keep quiet, not discuss it until after Tuesday's hearing. Monserrate Shirley, breaking ranks with accused co-conspirators Mark and Bob Leonard, would be a huge help to the prosecution's case and a potentially devastating setback for defense attorneys.
It's always a game changer.
Robert Hammerly is an experienced criminal defense attorney.
It's not surprising because, as I said, you expect this to happen in conspiracy cases where there's more than one co-defendant.
The 3 are accused of rigging Shirley's Southside home to explode so they could collect insurance money. The horrific fiery blast killed 2 neighbors and destroyed or damaged more than 100 homes in the Richmond Hill neighborhood. Investigators collected a truckload of evidence. According to court documents, much of it is circumstantial and highly scientific, nothing putting the tools of arson directly in the hands of any suspect.
The fact that you would have somebody testifying who's close to it, who's knee-deep in it, it really is a game changer.
But not a slam dunk, according to Hammerly. Shirley's credibility, her truthfulness, would be a target of defense attorneys. Immediately after the explosion and for 2 years since, she has denied any responsibility.
It's devastating, and people keep asking me question and question, like I know something, I don't know nothing.
All 3 suspects, if convicted, could be imprisoned for life without parole. Any plea agreement would almost certainly reduce Shirley's punishment.
She's in a position now where she's getting something of tremendous value, and her truthfulness is going to be tested by that.
Perhaps when the first trial occurs later this year. That's a memorial to the young couple who died here, killed by the explosion. I spoke with John Longworth. He lost his son and daughter-in-law. He told me that the family is not making any comment, not wanting to jeopardize the work the prosecutor's office is now doing. Reporting live, Rich Van Wyk, Channel 13, Eyewitness News.
All right, Rich, thank you. And Monserrate Shirley's expected guilty plea is the news that her ex-husband had hoped for. In an exclusive interview with 13 Investigates following her arrest, John Shirley said publicly he wanted his ex-wife to please come forward and tell investigators exactly what she knew. Now it appears she will. Our investigator Sandra Chapman has more tonight on why he said it's in Monsi's best interest. Sandra.
John Shirley was not speaking out of spite when he told me that he believed his ex-wife was guilty because of what she knew. Instead, the man that was married to Monsi Shirley for 18 years says he cried when she was arrested because of what it would do to their daughter. Now, Tuesday's plea could mean that Monsi Shirley will not spend the rest of her life behind bars, but could, in fact, have a chance to reunite with their daughter. We sat down with John Shirley in his Indianapolis home close to the first anniversary of the explosion. It was there he first told us about his own suspicions involving Monserrate and her live-in boyfriend Mark Leonard. It all centered on Snowball, his daughter's Persian cat. Monsi boarded the cat the night of the explosion, something he said she never did before. Both John and his daughter were questioned extensively by investigators. He says his daughter knew some of the witnesses in the case and believed Monsi also had critical information about the alleged scheme to blow up the house for insurance money.
I feel horrible for what has happened to her. It's just the worst thing that could have happened. I would wish for my ex-wife that she can kind of come to a place where she can find some acceptance. I don't think she's going to help herself unless she helps authorities with what they really want to know.
You think she's guilty?
I think she's guilty in the sense of what she knows.
Now, John Shirley also told us the Monty Shirley he was married to was a compassionate nurse who liked to help people. We reached out to John Shirley this afternoon, but were not successful in making contact with him. But based on what he's told us previously, he believes Monty could help investigators build a better case against Mark and Bob Leonard. Reporting live from the City County building, Sandra Chapman, Channel 13 Eyewitness News.
Truly an amazing turn of events. Sandra, thank you.
And there have been a number of developments in this case over the past 2 years. It all began very late on the night of November 10th, 2012, when Shirley's home exploded, killing her 2 neighbors and destroying or damaging dozens of other homes. Just over a month later, on December 21st, Mark Leonard, Bob Leonard, and Monserrate Shirley were arrested and charged. On February 11th of 2013, the prosecutor announced he would seek life sentences without parole and not the death penalty for all 3. In August of 2014, a judge granted Mark Leonard's request to have his trial held outside of Marion County, which led to venue changes for the other 2 as well. And then today, news that Monserrate Shirley will change her plea.